guys, welcome to the Malta podcast. Today is a special episode where we're going to be talking about summer movies that are coming out this year. We're talking about films that are coming out in June, July, and maybe June, July, August. September, not really that much because I checked there isn't that many amazing films coming out there. And also May, because we're in the last week of May when this podcast comes out, a couple of the films have just been released. We don't have any guests today because we couldn't find anyone who likes movies because they're all boring people.
No, that's not the reason.
That's not the reason. No, we did have two guests that were going to come, but then they couldn't come, and then we decided to do it us, because basically today is the last episode of the first season. Actually, finally, we are ending the season. After 30 episodes, this is going to be the finale of the Malta podcast, not the full finale.
It's not the end, guys.
It's not the end.
Don't worry.
But we're going to be coming back with some different backgrounds, even behind Nate.
And new content.
And new content, and we have some other extra content as well. We're working on a lot of stuff, but we're going to be taking a mini break after this, not like a 10-month break, but probably maybe 3 to 4 weeks, just while we get everything set up, get the new sponsors in, get the new content working on that.
Ready, so basically, we're going to take a mini break, guys. We'll be back soon. We'll still be posting some clips of this podcast episode.
And then the random reviews and stuff like that.
And random reviews. So you're still going to get content, just not consistent content like the podcast, basically.
Yes, until we get it all refilmed and everything and set up. Obviously, today is me, Dwayne, who the fuck he is. I forgot his name for a moment. I don't know how. And Nate today.
Wow.
We don't have Marcus because he's locked in at work.
Locked in?
Locked in or?
Locked in or?
Locked high mal at work, probably. Anyway, let's go intro and we'll start.
Mux ħajkonna podcast, kulħadd għandu podcast, il-butcher ta' war għandu podcast. U mhuwiex podcast.
And we are back. First of all, before we get into this episode, which we hopefully is more structured than our usual thing, because that's another thing that we're going to start trying to do. We're going to try and make the episodes a bit more structured. We've heard all your feedback. We've heard the negative and the positive, because there was positives as well. There were some negatives, but there was positives, and we are working on it, like backgrounds, cameras, more structures and all that.
Sound. Everything is going to be pish posh.
The sound has already improved.
No, of course. Everything's gonna be the next season. Hopefully. Gonna be
Dwayne's addiction on pastizzi.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Let's just say
I'm not addicted on pastizzi.
I'm doing fingers crossed.
Yeah, there's gonna be more clips for like podcasts and everything. Editing this, guys.
Okay, cool. So anyway, great and ringrazzjaw. We would like to thank our sponsors, which are Planet Consoles, Geek Shop in Birkirkara, Solo Caffe, which is a coffee shop in Nashar, Miniature Corner Studio for 3D printing, like this mug, which is now keeping my monster cold
for the rest of the podcast.
For the rest of the podcast, for like 5 minutes until I drink it, and then it Patrick Prince for merch, t-shirts, and
where's
a
our
mug.
Mugs are, no mugs today, guys.
No mugs today. But t-shirt printing, keychain printing, anything you want. Anka tal-festa, he does all this stuff. And of course, dKaseFactory for phone cases, which like this are phone cases and custom phone cases over there.
It's finally arrived, guys, but I forgot to tell you like this ages ago.
You showed it last episode.
Oh, did I? Okay, I have the case now, guys. I have the case.
Okay. Anyway, so those are the sponsors. And of course, you guys, Patron, who do support us. We apologize for other things and for our lacking sometimes that we've done. We did one event over the 30 episodes, and we do have a WhatsApp where we talk to the guys. Today, we're actually going to be mentioning some stuff from the... we asked some of our patrons to give us their opinions of what films they're looking forward to in summer, so we're going to be mentioning them as well. But yeah, for just €2 per month, you can help support us and help, us stuff basically. That we get all this new stuff, and we do have some really, really exciting content. I'm really excited about the Geek Check is going to be something that's really, really cool. It's a new feature that we're going to be doing, and but
also you forgot to mention we also have a new event coming soon. It's not released yet, the event, because the Patreons would know first, of course. But like we're gonna do another cinema day. I believe. We haven't chosen the movie yet. Nothing. It's just gonna be in the future.
But it's free again for our patrons as a way to thank them. And this time it's going to be in the morning, like Saturday or Sunday. But nice. All the details will be on the WhatsApp. So if you want to join the WhatsApp, €2 per month, and we will thank you so much for that.
Exactly.
Anyway, so let's get to movies. So basically, summer movies are always the best. I remember some of my favorite movies of all time always came out in summer. Talking about back in the day, the first ever summer big summer blockbuster movie was before I was born. Obviously, brief history of summer box office. Jaws was basically the first ever blockbuster summer. Why are you guys looking at me? You've never heard of Jaws?
No, I heard of Jaws.
I've heard of Jaws.
Don't you know that Jaws was the first? Jaws was the film that actually
It
started.
was the first blockbuster, but I was thinking something like 2007's Transformers.
No. But I'm just going to. I'm giving people not info, not history lesson.
All right, okay.
So basically, Jaws,
you're boring, bro. You're boring.
Fuck you, bitch. So basically, Jaws was the film that actually sort of like began this trend of big summer blockbuster films. You know, it wasn't expected, and
the whole reason for a shit ton of nations to develop thalassophobia.
But wait, Jaws is like really bad.
No.
I know.
No. Jaws is a fucking classic, bro.
I said that for the clip. Guys.
Jaws is one. Jaws 2, 3, or
saw
maybe
your
4 are, yes. Actually, I do like Jaws 2 and 3. I actually really like 3. But 4 is really bad. 4 is
Sharknado, guys, is the best film. Sharknado,
Stop
come on, bro.
Anyway, so basically, sort of box office summer sort of started with Jaws. Then there was like Smokey and the Bandit, and then we go on, Batman's and stuff like that. Even though Batman wasn't. Batman came out in December. The original 1989 Batman came out in December. That's not. I'm talking bullshit. But yeah, summer blockbusters are always when the big template films come out, and so last year there was a few big movies which I can't remember at the moment.
Last year, was the Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yes, that was the
I
big
was
one.
like,
Yes,
Deadpool Wolverine was in summer, right? Yeah. Because I remember I watched it 3 times. Yes,
it was summer.
It was summer, bro.
Yes.
I watched it 3 times. I watched it with Ashley. I watched it with John.
It was in summer last year.
Yeah, I watched it.
Fuck, it's been out already for a year.
Yeah, it's not for a year, bro. It's not for a year. Who else did I watch it with? I watched it 3 times. I know in the cinemas, man, because it was so
Went by
good.
yourself.
You went with KJ, Manuel.
I went with my other friend, Lupi, man.
All right, cool.
Anyway,
By the way,
if you're
just
gonna
in
talk-
case we have
if you're
John,
gonna-
you
if
need to
you're-
talk to the
If you're
microphone.
gonna talk, by the way, you're gonna talk to the microphone,
Because
John.
right now people are thinking that God's talking to you.
Yeah.
We have John who's helping us out because Marcus is locked in at work.
Say some words, John.
I'm
Belmont
glad to be
is
part
here,
of this.
Belmont is here,
And
No.
hopefully you'll enjoy me talking.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. We don't care about this. Fuck off, John.
If you want to say something else, like actually I interrupted you a little bit in the beginning. If you want to say something clear, go ahead and say it now.
All right. There are some great summer movies coming out this year, guys. Hopefully you find time to watch them.
That's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough. That's enough.
That's enough, bro. That's
Shut up.
enough.
It's not your podcast. Shut up.
All right.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, okay.
We sing that shit, bro. We said that's enough.
So anyway, so yeah, let's get started to this year. So basically, we're in May, and as I said, when this podcast comes out, which will probably be hopefully at the end of May or maybe just the first week of June, the first movie I want to speak about is Lilo and Stitch. So
You already watched it, though.
yeah, so I basically watched it. You guys haven't watched it yet.
No, I'm watching it.
Lilo, whatever.
Isn't Lilo the fucking...
Yeah, it's the thing that's like.
Oh, wait, well, Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo is the floaty.
Lilo.
Yeah, it's a boat. It's a boat
No,
thing, right?
it's the floaty that like you have on
Guys.
the pool. Lilo.
Guys, you guys know me and names.
Okay.
I fuck names up.
Okay.
That's one of the biggest complaints. I've had about 10 messages when they say feedback. Learn fucking names. I can't learn names. I just can't.
And we don't want to, and that's it.
No.
Deal with it.
Anyway, so Lilo and Stitch, basically, obviously, a remake of the animated classic. Although some people consider it a classic, some people don't consider it a classic. It's not one of these films that Disney is always proud to say this is, when Disney say their animated classics are usually Beauty and the Beast, Snow White, Tangled, Frozen. Stitch doesn't get mentioned that much, although I was looking at some reports yesterday that they said Stitch was, as a character, he's one of the ones that they make most money off his merch.
Of course.
People just love Stitch.
You know how many shops have like taken advantage of this?
Yeah.
So
Oh.
Other shops that are coming in mind, like regular those small those corner shops that you see
I
in
was about
Malta.
to say, you know how many, I know what you're saying. I was about to say, you know how many bootleg Stitch stores I see, man. Like the corner shops, like the car boots, like there's so many bootleg Stitch toys and Pokemon toys. For some reason, people just make bootleg of this.
Fun fact about this movie, it was actually scheduled to be a Disney Plus original movie. So it wasn't even...
A blockbuster.
They weren't even going to release it in the cinema. They were just going to dump it on Disney Plus. But then I think someone actually realized, and someone told the producers, Stitch is popular. If you release this on Disney Plus, you're going to lose a shitload of money. In fact, this is why it only has a budget... Yep.
Or they're trying to get the money back from the
Snow White.
Snow White.
That could be as well.
Snow White. And Miss Ma, I don't know what the producers in that boardroom were thinking. Like, they were just like, guys, this is gonna be a hit.
Yeah, but
no,
Snow White,
no.
Yeah, we'll get Snow White in a minute. But yeah, as I can say, so someone realized. In fact, that's why compared to the other live action movies, the budget of Lilo and Stitch is only 100 million.
Which a big budget.
No, that's for a normal company. That's a big budget. But when you look at Beauty and Beast, had a budget of 200 million.
Yeah.
Snow White had a budget of 200 million. You know, all of them usually have 200 million.
Disney puts money in. Disney puts money in films.
I'm surprised they put 200 million on Snow White and 100 million on Stitch.
No, because they
how the roles have reversed now.
No.
I mean, to be honest as well, when you put less money, I mean, this is mostly a CG film as well, but you still need more money to make a CG film sometimes.
Oh yeah,
but sometimes you need less actors, so there is an obvious distinction why it's
only for Disney then to pull the plug on Snow White and remove it from cinemas early.
It's not in cinemas.
It's still in cinemas.
Is it?
Just flop.
I think it's flop, bro.
Okay. I think just basically, I think it just managed to make just over 200 million, which is basically its budget. You can check that. Go Box Office Mojo.
Scrape the barrel, guys. It didn't scrape like here we go.
So so it has the smallest budget of any live action thing. One of the things was basically they, as I said, they were planning it just for Disney Plus. There's no big stars in it. In fact, most of them are newcomers, and that especially Lilo, who's Lilo is just a lovely, cute kid, and this is her first film, and she nails it to perfection.
So, do you want to know how much Snow White did?
Yeah, how much did it make?
So domestically, they got in total 86.9 million
from the US alone.
From US alone. Internationally, they made 117.9 million. So grand total 204.
I see. As I said, they just managed to get.
I was going to say it's a loss.
Just managed.
Theoretically, I think
it is a loss.
They're going to consider it as a loss.
200 euro is usually just 200 euros the budget. Then they have to add another 100 million for marketing.
Oh my god!
And to top it all off, the domestic opening, the first weekend, 42 million.
That's it.
I think people hate watch this film. I'm gonna like you at some point.
There's a lot of other stuff behind it. I don't think we
should
mention it because
of course. But that's at that point, like if it didn't make the money, boy, I don't know what.
But fun fact, as I said, the predictions and it's hilarious that. Lilo and Stitch is gonna make more than.
Of course.
It's gonna make more than the whole budget of Snow White in just one weekend.
Yeah. No, but Lilo and Stitch, I think Disney doesn't know that they have a goal in mind.
They did. Now they know. Now they know.
Like, they don't know that Stitch is that popular. Like, Stitch has been popular for a while. Like, my niece didn't watch the first movie. She loves Stitch. I told her, Isma, there's going to be a live action. Let's go watch it. But at first, she was a bit scared of it.
So at the moment, Stitch is making internationally, at the time of this recording, 26.7 million.
That's in one day.
That's in one day. Bro.
That's in one day.
I came out.
So basically, it's halfway. It's halfway there for the domestic for Snow White.
One day.
Oh my god, bro!
Yeah, there was rumors that because they do this prediction. As we said, we're talking about this before opening weekend of Lilo and Stitch. So basically, in America, they have the Memorial Day weekend, which is a 4-day weekend, and currently the box office record is. Top Gun Maverick, which made 160 million over those 4 days. Now, according to the predictions after they took the first day and stuff like that, they reckon that Stitch can actually beat that record and this is a film, as I said, that Disney didn't have faith in it. They were going to dump it on Disney Plus, but then they decided, someone said, It's
No.
The
Stitch
funny
is
thing
popular.
about it, they don't trust in it. But then, if you go to their theme parks, they have sections dedicated for Stitch.
But you know what? No, that's obvious. As kids, obviously, when you go to a theme park, people are gonna go. Stitch is more relatable to both girls and boys. It's not just a boy cartoon. When
Yeah.
when you think of Disney princesses,
But that's when they introduced the female version.
Yeah,
What's the female
Angel,
version?
Oh, Angel. And my Stitch was universally for both. My niece loves them, for example. So like, I feel Disney princesses like me and Ashley. We're not gonna go for Snow White. We're not gonna like Rapunzel.
Mala, a quick thing on Stitch, so we move on over Stitch. But I'm gonna give you guys haven't watched it. I'm just gonna give my first thoughts of it. I've done a mini review on our thing.
No spoilers,
not
of
gonna
course.
spoil anything. What I will say is they did change a bit from the original movie.
That's fine.
But I think I said this before. When I go to watch these Disney remakes, I don't like to compare them to the animated movie. I like to just watch them as a film to just see if I didn't have any knowledge of the previous, would I still enjoy this? And if you do not compare it to the original movie, it is a bloody fantastic emotional movie. If you had to compare it to the thing, I would still say it's the best Disney live action remake
To date.
to date. Because yes, they did change some things, but as I said, it hit. I actually fucking cried in this movie.
Okay.
I laughed, I cried. It's just one of these films. You know, sometimes you go to the cinema and you go out with a sense of joy, and it's just this thing. I think it's perfect for families because sometimes when you take your kids to them, if the film is too silly, the kids will enjoy it, but you'll think like, "What the fuck am I watching?" You know, the parents liked it, the kids like it. I know more adults that are excited to watch this film than kids, and it hits because the adults are going to enjoy
Oh yeah,
it.
even on
The kids are-
TikTok.
Yeah.
Even on TikTok, everyone's
Mala,
like,
mala.
there's a trend at the moment. Me at the cinema, like a bunch of kids, and then
Yeah.
there's one guy.
As basically like this film was brought up for like when we were younger, we watched the animated version. But to be honest, I kind of forgot. Like you said, like if you remember, I kind of forgot half the old one. Man.
Yeah.
Like I have to rewatch it. If I'm
No,
gonna
don't
remember
watch
it.
this and then
But,
rewatch it.
I'm gonna actually first watch this and then watch the old one.
So you can appreciate it, the new one more.
Because I like to also, when I watch a remake, if I don't remember the last one, I like to just watch it as a solo film to see if it stands alone as a solo film.
Okay, so anyway, this is Lilo and Stitch. I'm gonna take a vote from you guys. What do you think? Do you think it's gonna be a hit or a miss?
It's a hit.
It's a hit.
It's 100% a hit.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be as I said. I think it will be the first film this year because Minecraft actually hasn't hit 1 billion yet. I think this will be the first film that's gonna hit 1 billion.
Minecraft hasn't a billion yet.
No, it hasn't
Yeah,
hit.
can you check?
It's about 900 million, something like that. You can check. Do world box office mojo worldwide.
Yeah, that's where I'm
I thought
going.
it hit a billion Minecraft.
No, I think it's still at 900 something.
Allah.
So worldwide, it's at 931.4 million.
Say it hasn't hit the billion yet.
Opening alone, they made 162.
It's a big. Minecraft was big, but it hasn't hit the billion. So I think this will be the first film to hit 1 billion this year.
And I don't think it's going to hit it because
now it's been out a while.
The last record they have was on May 22nd, so we're
last weekend.
last weekend they're down by 30%.
So yeah, I don't think
Well,
Minecraft.
Minecraft, I think it was really, really overhyped because of that meme, that trend. Sorry, really hyped it. Chicken jockey
I
made-
wouldn't want to be in that cinema, man.
Yeah, that was the
imagine
first.
the people
That was the
actually
first
having to
viewing
clean it.
time. Huh? Shish, imagine shish.
Imagine the people actually that need to clean the cinema.
Yeah, that was-
after all.
I would have quit my job if I was there.
That was opening night. That was a,
No, it was every day.
No,
The first
it
month.
was every day.
for
It
the
was
first
every day.
week.
Yeah.
For the first
Shred.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think even Eden did a,
post.
did
There were
a
even like
statement.
signs that you can't do it.
No chicken jockey.
This will not be tolerated.
Yeah.
People didn't give a shit.
Yeah, but anyway, as I said, I think Minecraft won't manage to make because it still needs to make another 60 million or 80 million, and yeah, it's looking unlikely because it's been out a while now, and you know, okay, 80 million, but if your film's been out near enough a month,
Yeah.
it's gonna slow down now. So I think
And
I don't think
it's
it
gonna
over a
stay-
month.
yeah,
It's
so I don't
over a
think
month.
Yeah.
so I don't think it's gonna manage.
A film can't stay that long in the cinema.
They
Like,
can,
it's-
they can.
If it makes money, they'll keep it there.
Yeah, they will keep it there. So yeah, I think Stitch will be the first film this year to make 1 billion worldwide. Mela, moving on. Another film which is coming out in the last week of May, which is the final appearance of Tom Cruise. But the final appearance of Tom Cruise is Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. I personally don't have much connection with these films. I think I've seen the first 6, but I haven't seen the last 2. Nothing against them. It's just I kind of got bored with the same shit that was happening. It's like the Fast and Furious movies where yes, and then you kind of like it's always the same, you know.
But the good thing about it is that you can actually understand him, unlike Vin Diesel.
Yeah. No, and the good thing about Mission Impossible is he does the stunts are all real. Yeah.
Dude,
Wait, the stunts are...
Man, Mission Impossible are
Tom
stunt.
Cruise refuses to use stuntmen. He does all the stunts himself.
So if he's dangling off a plane, he's dangling off a fucking plane.
There's a clip, I don't know which one it was. They were doing the stunt, and you could see he jumped off the roof incorrectly, and he slammed into the wall, breaking his ankle.
What?
He does the stunts himself. Go on the YouTube and check making.
No, I'm not the.
He climbed the Burj Khalifa. This one, like by himself, like literally freehand climbing the Burj Khalifa.
To be honest, I'm not the biggest Mission Impossible fan. I'll be honest with you. Like, I don't really.
I think out of us three, I think no one's really hyped for this film as much.
Interested. Yeah. I've seen the last one that he's been in, but like if you compare it, like for example, because it's theoretically it's direct competitors like James Bond 007.
Yeah, sort of.
So kind of you're like, okay, it's more actiony than like for example a James Bond. I'm interested in this one because of course this is apparently the finale of Tom Cruise as in it. So
because they might make more Mission Impossible movies, but they won't.
Spin-offs most probably.
Is it because he's old now, or like?
No.
To be honest, no. I think he's done this. I think this is the 7th film. I think I think it's time.
How many times he's gonna save the world? You know,
but like money.
Tom Cruise doesn't need money.
No, I know. Money.
Unless the studio did what, like for example, Disney did to Robert Downey Jr. You know, because then he got too expensive. So
then they got him. Then they just had to pay him anyway because they.
Exactly.
But no, So this is basically the last one. It seems that all the cast is always back from the I know Simon Pegg's in it. Vig Rhames is in it. I think Vanessa Kirby, or I'm not 100% sure. No, I don't think Vanessa Kirby. I think I fucked up. There's the girl who was again names, but I know most of the cast that were in the previous 3 films are back again. Again, from what I've seen of the trailer, it's the usual stuff. Have to save the world. Something's gonna happen, and lots of callbacks to some previous movies. Because the trailer that I saw, they were actually showing clips from the first movie, from the second movie. So it seems it's gonna tie into a lot of his history. And hopefully, I probably will still watch it. And hopefully, at least he has a good farewell, that they actually end the story properly. Because what I don't like is when like this is gonna be the last movie and they like fuck it up, you know. So if he's gonna die, at least make him like die heroically, or at least retire properly.
I don't think
you know.
I don't think he's gonna die.
I think he would.
I think they'll just retire him though. They'll retire him.
I mean,
I don't know.
Most probably they will. The way that they, for example, did Daniel Craig's James Bond
ended
it was a bit cheap, but it had still the heartwarming like thing. I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone. I mean,
everyone knows James Bond dies in the last film. He does.
I mean, but you'd be
it's
surprised.
Been out 3 years, 4 years.
You'd be surprised how many people haven't seen the Daniel Craig's one.
Your fault. You had 4 fucking years to see it.
Bro.
So you're not going to watch it. If you haven't seen it in 4 years, you're not going to see it.
No, I'm not going to see it, yeah, probably.
I reckon he's going to die. So
it's going to be released next week, right?
Yeah. So as far as box office, in America, it's actually going up against Stitch, which is not good for it.
So the film's gonna flop.
It won't flop.
Push flop. It might not do as well as predicted. Lilo and Stitch.
Unless there's people crazy like me, you know. You go for one movie and then you go for the other one.
No, I've done that before. I've gone in one movie, come out, go into another movie.
Exactly.
Away. Yeah. No. So
that's very common.
Oh wait, hold on. This is part 1.
This is part 1.
So they're gonna milk it. I knew it. They're gonna milk it, bro.
You sure?
It's the prequel to Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1, according to sources.
It's gonna be part 2, man. It's gonna be part 2.
Oh man, I hope they don't milk it. I hope that's fake news because I just wanted the end now because I think it's too much.
Google.
No,
Google.
money.
I don't trust Google
money
sometimes.
go-
I think
money
No,
goes.
in fact, let me just double check.
I don't think so. I think Dead Reckoning was the first
Money talks.
thing that came last.
No, never mind. It is the final one.
Yes,
Oh,
I
I'm,
see.
I'm checking on Rotten Tomatoes. No,
You
no.
see, you're fake news, Nate. So anyway, what guys? What do you think? Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, hit or miss?
I'll wait for someone else to say. I know.
I think it's gonna be a hit, but not as big as the previous ones.
I'd say it's gonna slightly flop.
Slightly flop.
Slightly flop.
I'm on Nate, like in the middle. Like it's gonna probably do well because it's a Mission Impossible film at the end of the day. I think it's not gonna be like
I predict it's gonna make around 400 million box office, and that's it.
400 million. I think
Worldwide.
around 300, 350 maybe.
I'd say I'm gonna be very specific.
Wow.
650.7.
650.7. All right.
He went over us.
All
He
right.
went over us.
No, I don't. I think it's gonna make around 400. We'll see.
Lilo and Stitch is gonna dominate.
We'll put this back when
When we
get there.
Yeah.
We'll revisit it.
All right, so next film coming up is one that's interesting, especially for people who like Netflix, is Karate Kid Legends. Now, obviously, Karate Kid Legends is another sequel, legendary sequel from on the Karate Kid franchise. It's mixing the two different Karate Kids, which was the original Karate Kid, and the remake, which was with Jackie Chan. So we have both Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan in this film. What is
the two universes collide.
What people, Netflix fans, are a bit annoyed as because it seems to brush off everything that happened in Cobra Kai.
Legit. Like, that is why I'm annoyed. As a Cobra Kai fanboy, this is like Cobra Kai, you know that, you love that, forget that.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? That's what they did, man. That's what they did, which I'm annoyed.
There hasn't been any... one thing, there have been rumors, and I hope the rumors are true, that Johnny actually has a cameo in it at the end, or something like that. If they do that, if Johnny actually shows up, it will tie into the TV show, and it will make it a bit more acceptable that he wasn't in the film. If he at least shows up a little bit, that would make it a bit more acceptable.
I read that rumor. Mavera, I don't think so. I really, really doubt it's gonna be. I'm hoping he's in it, but I don't think so.
You don't think Johnny's gonna be in it?
No.
Because a cameo.
They brushed off Cobra Kai completely. So that means, why would they put Johnny? It would be so like inconsistent. That's why I'm saying. Like, I don't think so. You know something about Karate Kid, though, guys?
No, I like obviously I like the original when I was younger. I like the sequels as well. I actually enjoyed the Jackie Chan one, the one when he had Jaden Smith, Will Smith's son. That was quite fun. That was quite fun. It was enjoyable.
I remember the song that came out that he did.
I'm never the trailers for this one make it look okay. Again, down to earth. Again, personally, I loved Cobra Kai. I really enjoyed Cobra Kai.
Exactly.
The last
are we
season,
all Cobra Kai fans?
I liked it. I don't know if you...
Yeah, I
have you watched it?
I watched it ages ago, but I completely forgot. I probably have to revisit it.
Did you watch the last season and that?
No,
probably
Oh,
not.
bro,
No, so you're not a fan. The last
You're
season.
not a fan, basically.
Yeah, I watched the movies.
There's no movies, Cobra Kai.
There's
It's
no
a TV
movies.
show, Netflix.
A TV show.
Netflix, Cobra Kai is a TV show.
But wait, Karate Kid was a movie.
Yes,
yes.
Yeah, but we're saying because then it got spin off into this Cobra Kai TV show on Netflix, which ran for 6 seasons, I think 6 seasons.
6 seasons.
Six
Okay.
seasons.
I cried. I cried when I just found out that it was the last season. I'm like, please make more. I know at this point they've done everything.
No, too much if they made it.
I wanted to
It had a good ending.
Milk it, man, milk it.
It had a good ending, and that's why I'm kind of annoyed about this film, because I feel that Cobra Kai was a big part of Ralph Macchio's growth in the film, and for them to not mention it, even in the trailers or anything, I find. Then again, we don't know. Maybe they're just not showing in the trailers. Maybe when they get to the film, they'll say, Ismail, with all the things that happen with Cobra Kai, that's why we want you as a teacher.
Yeah, exactly.
And then maybe Johnny will show up at the last bit, and, it will be full circle.
Maybe he'll show up as an end credit scene for the next, teasing the next film, maybe, hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh, did you know also, I was chosen for the Karate Kid film, guys. I'm actually in this film.
To be the boxing bag.
The dummy.
I'm actually the Karate Kid. Like, I actually applied. Like, you could apply applied to be the Karate Kid for this.
Can
So I
you,
applied.
can you imagine a boxing bag with
Dwayne's
a
face.
bust of Dwayne's face? With,
Oh my god, that's crazy, man. You wouldn't think I'd be a good Karate Kid.
Push Karate Kid. You
Just
get
Jackie Chan and Dwayne
Just
boxing it out.
go to
That would
Shred-
beat me up, man.
Go to Shredfest first, and then we talk about karate.
Alright, fine.
Yeah, but anyway, Karate Kid Legends. What do you guys think? A hit or miss?
It will be a hit.
I think it will be.
Be a hit.
I think on the hype of Cobra Kai, there's a lot about this
And
film
plus Jackie Chan.
and Jackie Chan. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a hit.
Sadly, it's much sad. It's gonna be a hit, but I'm sad because I don't think they're gonna mention anything about Cobra Kai. So for me, it's like it's gonna be a hit, but I'm gonna be spiteful about it.
Okay. So box office prediction. I reckon because it doesn't really have a big budget and that I reckon it's gonna make like worldwide around 400 million. I think again. I don't think it's gonna make that much money.
550.
550.
He's always a high
Yeah.
baller, man.
You-
I'm gonna
Because I want to give it hope, you know.
I'm gonna stick to my guns 350 because
Before we're doing all this, let's just have a recap. Go box office, global box office for 2024, so you can just get an idea of how much
movies
money
actually make.
we're-
Like they're not
because
usually
not many movies
are-
make a lot of big. I
the,
think
the profit margin for a movie is not that
Box
like the
office
movie might not make that much
will
profit.
Global.
Very unpredictable.
so. I think
The-
let's take Bad Boys for example. I think it only made like 400 million, and it
Bad
was
Boys
a big.
Ride or Die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It made worldwide
that's
404.5.
and that was a big film.
That's why I'm giving them 350 because honestly, if they can reach 350,
Mention
that's
some.
impressive, man.
Mention the big 5 movies of last year.
So the
That's cool. Bring that. Cool.
so
Let him.
top first place there's Inside Out 2,
Yeah.
1.6 billion.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Deadpool 1.3 billion.
Yeah,
Moana 2 1 billion.
All
That
right.
was last
This-
year, Moana
Yes.
too.
Despicable Me 4 969.5 million, and then Wicked 755.8
You see, there's a
million.
drop. But then, like, what was other? There were some other big films like last year.
There was Mufasa that came
Mufasa.
sixth,
How much did Mufasa make? For
722.6.
You see, these are movies with big titles, with big budget, with big everything, but they still don't make enough money. I mean, they make money, but they don't make the money that they expect. them
All
to
right,
make.
okay.
Two film disappointments. That's kind of I'm seeing them now. I'm kind of heartbroken. Godzilla X Kong made 700. Almost 700.
That's good. though.
571.8
See, that's
million,
500 million.
and then
Oh.
Sonic 3
How much?
made 492.1
See,
million.
and Sonic was a big film.
was a big
So I
film,
think when we're saying like 400 million,
We're being
We're being very generous.
One very surprising one,
he's being generous.
Venom, the last dance.
Wait.
made-
No, wait. Before, let's guess, please. I want to guess this.
Venom: The Last Dance,
The
I would
Last Dance
say
was shit.
330 million.
I'm going to say 285.
478.9
All right.
million.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Okay, so it actually made a pretty decent amount.
Yeah.
actually, to be honest.
And realistically, like you see their budgets and everything, they actually all did good. Because otherwise there won't be sequels for
Yeah.
them.
It doesn't mean that they did good. That sometimes the sequels are the plan.
Yeah, but that just gives us an idea when we're saying box office prediction.
Yeah.
So I think Karate Kid, when I said 400 million for Karate
we're
Kid,
being nice. We're being nice
I
right
think-
now.
I think it will do. I think
If they mention
Alien
Cobra
Romulus
Kai-
did really bad.
Alien Romulus.
Yeah, no, that I know that really bad. Apparently,
350.8 million.
Which isn't bad, to be honest.
It's very
It had
bad
a low
for an
budget.
Alien
It had a
franchise.
low budget. It had a low budget.
Dumb,
They're very
bro.
low.
And in my opinion, that was the best one out of
To
the
be
newer
honest, I
ones.
didn't watch it, and I know it was a really good movie. Everyone told me, man. Alien
Okay,
Romulus
sidetracking
was-
just 2 seconds from this. We'll get back to the. I just want to mention there's actually an Alien TV show coming out this summer.
It's already
Alien
out.
Earth.
It's already out.
It's out.
Alien Earth.
It's out already.
It's out already. As far as let me just double check.
Double check because I don't
double
think
check.
it's out.
Oh.
All right, you were right again.
Uh-huh.
August 12th.
I told you.
How did you think it's already out?
Because there
I
were
would
a
know,
lot of
man.
people talking about it already.
But
So most probably it's the people
The
that had the early screenings for it.
okay, so there's an Alien
You're not
TV
one
show
of them,
coming
bro.
out. Yeah.
You're not one of
Nate
them,
was
bro.
out. Mela, moving on. Mela, this is a film which I think will make a lot of money. Probably not a billion, but I think because there's all a hype about the franchise, it will do well. Which is Ballerina, a John Wick story.
The side.
I'm one of the person who.
Is this the one that Marcus fucked up? and
Yeah,
said
yeah.
that? Okay.
Okay,
alright, okay.
so basically, I'm one of these people who I'm not a John Wick fan.
Get the fuck out. Just get out.
I think it's ridiculous that he's still alive after everything that fucking happens to him.
No, but that's plot armor, bro. That's plot armor. John Wick can't die.
Actually, I haven't seen John Wick 4.
John Wick has more plot
or
armor than fucking Master Chief. Think about that.
Yeah.
The last one was John Wick 4 or 5.
4.
I haven't seen 4.
Chapter
We're not
4.
in 5 yet, bro. Calm.
Have I seen 3?
No,
I'm not even sure.
I think Keanu Reeves said there's not going to be another John Wick. I think he's officially dead,
Retired.
quote unquote.
No, but that's the character. I'm pretty sure they'll find a way to make a new John Wick, bro.
However, I feel they did an excellent choice on casting, let me get her name right, Ana de Amaris.
As the ballerina. She was very good at Mission. No,
she
John
was
Bond.
James Bond. James Bond.
John
Bond?
On John Bond.
John Bond. Wait, who's John
His
Bond?
His brother.
No,
Is he
John.
Maltese as well?
Oh, look at John Bond. Wait, is this like the bootleg Temu Maltese version? John Bond, James Bond. Welcome, John Bond.
John Bond.
It's just like a fat guy in a suit.
Yeah. So John Bond Minhal Safi.
Fuck off. Shut up. So basically, this film is based. It's set between John Wick 3 and John Wick 4. Okay, because a lot of people said it's set before the first John Wick. According to what I found online, it's set between John Wick 3 and John Wick 4. So I know Keanu Reeves is gonna cameo in it because they revealed it in the trailer.
He's in the cast.
Oh, you know who's also going to be a cameo in this film? Apparently.
Not you.
No,
No, John Bond.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my
John Bond is going to be a cameo in this film.
Yeah, instead of the Austin Martin,
Yeah, it's gonna be John Bond, man.
Instead of an Aston Martin, let's call that Fabio.
It's like the old police cars.
Oh, my God. John Bond, man.
I hate you.
His bulletproof vest is just gonna be a white beater, you know.
and when he needs a boost of energy, jaħroġ pastizzo literalment.
Shaken not stirred would just be għawtini ċesk.
Ay, ma Madonna, man. Le, mandekx kini, ħakelli problema sieħbi. Literalment.
All right, fuck John Bond. Man.
John Bond.
You started this, huh?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, man. I
Anyway,
love
so
John Bond.
Ballerina, the trailer looks good. The trailer just looks like John Wick, to be honest, but it looks good. It does.
No, it does. But let's be honest. So the color palettes that
They are
all
the same.
the John Wicks plus this movie always do, the cinematography of
No,
it.
It's amazing. It's
To
amazing.
be honest,
beautiful.
if John Wick has anything going for it, which I can appreciate, which as I said, I find it over the top. The action set pieces are always well executed and well
And
set
they're
up
one takes.
and really, really good. So I do like the style of the John Wick films. I will give him to that. They're much better than Fast and Furious. I will say that.
Oh no,
They're both over the top,
I've
but they're much better than the.
No, John Wick has something. Their fight choreography and their cinematography and their colors are top tier. Like Fast and Furious is good, but you can't compare, bro. You can't compare.
Also, this is the last appearance of Lance Reddick, who died,
Yeah.
obviously. So he was a big part of the franchise and all that. And so
I
this is
think
gonna be
that's kind of it sounds morbid to say, but I think that will help the
box office.
movie
Probably going to be
achieve
dedicated
a
to him.
bigger,
Yeah.
And the
because there's
franchise
gonna
move forward as well.
Yeah.
and there's gonna be a lot of people most probably to go watch this movie.
Wasn't there at some point a TV show, The Continental?
Yes,
as
there
well
was
in
that
that
as well.
universe?
Yeah.
Marcus mentioned that. I think, as well.
I don't think that did that well. Probably, obviously, because the small screen they couldn't do the whole budget. And I think they what I heard about the Continental was it's a bit more slow. And obviously, people fans of John Wick do not do slow. They want like
They
fast
want very
paced.
fast paced.
Exactly.
The attention span.
But that never
home.
works in my opinion.
TV shows.
having a movie and then you're like, oh, let's do a spin-off for a TV show.
Yeah.
Case in point, I don't think what was it? The Marvel one, Wanda Vision.
WandaVision
was good.
Was good. However, like if I didn't see the necessity of it, where before what was Doctor Strange?
Yeah, you
Doctor
wouldn't know that
Strange, you
she's a
had-
villain.
You had to watch the season, but you can clearly understand if you skip that movie. Oh, no movie. That season.
Yeah.
You can add 1+1. Why she'd turn out to be the villain then right after, you know?
Yes and no, because
I mean, I knew in some comics that she's gonna eventually turn like that. So for that, I didn't have to actually watch the.
going back to Ballerina.
But but with Ballerina, you know who's gonna be? I think the main new protagonist on that.
Do not say John Bond. All right, enough. Okay,
gonna
too many
put-
jokes. Too many stuff. Fuck John Bond. So anyway, yeah, it looks like that. I think, as you said, she is a very capable action heroinist. I think she can do the hero. What? That they got there for Liba John Bond.
Sorry, man. It's just I'm imagining it, bro. It's too funny. Alright, there you go.
All right. You're a fucking weirdo.
Alright.
Mala, no, I think she does a really good action set pieces and that. Yeah, and it's interesting how they're gonna put John Wick in it because I'm not sure between the third and fourth film. Ha, John Bond, dalla. I'm not sure how they're gonna put him in because I'm not sure or whatever. Fuck it.
He's actually finding it funny, bro. He's crying.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god! He says John Bond comes to my brain.
They're fucking.
Oh my god, I'm actually crying, bro. Like, you know what? I'm crying right now. There you go.
And her someone
Anyway.
kills his dog.
I think we should go,
John Bond
just go to the rating. No?
Yeah.
Wait, John Bond la sfuri kellu jek għaxan jgħattu la sfur.
So I give it's gonna hit.
You're gonna be a hit.
650.7 million.
Stop, bro, stop. It's not
I think it's gonna be a hit, and I think again, I'm gonna.
match you 700.
No, I think it's gonna make around 500 million. I reckon 500 million.
I'm gonna be the realist. I think 400. This one 450.
A John Wick movie.
Okay, 450.
What did the last John Wick movie? make?
What did the last one?
John
make?
Wick
Yeah,
4. I'm
let's see.
curious.
If it doesn't hit 550 or 500, then I'm telling
yeah.
you, then it's gonna be around this margin.
I said 500, and I think it might be. It depends what John Wick 4 did.
Wait, let's try and guess.
No, let me see.
So it came out in 2023.
Yeah, whatever.
It
We
came
don't care. I didn't ask when it came out. I said, how much money did it make? 500, 400.
440.1 million.
So 300 million is gonna make Ballerina. It's
I'll
gonna make a lot less.
I'll stick. Oh wait, but that much main movie.
No.
So yeah, that 300 actually.
That actually might affect it. Sometimes when they don't have.
But wait, the
actual-
spin-offs sometimes do better.
No,
eh?
I've never heard a spin-off done
No.
better. Which spin-off did better?
Rogue One.
That's a Star Wars.
Rogue One and my Star Wars, but you know what the franchise you're comparing to, man. Like,
What did it do
did
better? What did it? What
I
did
think
it
it
do
did
better?
better.
What did it make? What did it do better then?
did Bumblebee do really well?
No, Bumblebee flopped totally.
No,
But what about Transformers 1?
Flopped as well.
As well? Oh yeah, I shouldn't have Mike.
So wait, let me just wait.
Rogue One, what?
So, Rogue One came out a year after The Force Awakens.
Force Awakens.
So Force Awakens made 2 billion.
Okay.
And Rogue One made 1
Yeah,
billion. or
Oh,
something.
I swear, like
Rogue One didn't make 1 billion, bro.
Made 1 billion probably.
it made 1 billion.
Okay,
Wait,
and a half.
Oh,
It's
but-
the-
wait.
Spin-offs do better.
Oh, shut up. Wait. For Rogue One to do 1 bit, like Rogue
No,
One
Rogue One was a very good
was
Star
good,
Wars.
bro. It was good.
You had Darth Vader in it, bro.
But still, spin-offs do not do as well as
Oh, plus you
I'm
mentioned.
gonna give it. I'm gonna be hopeful. And then
change
I
it
feel-
around. Change. What did you say? 600?
I say 650.
Move it.
I'm
thinking 300. I think it's gonna make
I'm
it.
gonna stick to my gun.
All right, cool.
Speaking of guns,
Yes. No.
yeah,
No.
Nick,
No, I got a list. We're gonna go down on my list.
Alright,
oh,
but
that was
guys,
a good segue.
This is when the on release date.
my guys, next is John Bond.
Do not mention
Releasing
John
in
Bond.
cinemas.
Releasing in cinemas now to you.
Man, next up is another live-action animated remake. This time, for once, it's not Disney. It's DreamWorks. I think DreamWorks their first ever live-action remake of
Is
an
it their
animated movie.
first?
Yes,
Ah.
this is
It's
their
their
first. Their first ever attempt to copy Disney.
Okay.
And they're basically doing the live action of How to Train Your Dragon. I like the first story. I like the original cartoons and that. What I've seen from this trailer, I'm hopeful. Because the characters look very much, as they would look in live action. Especially the dragon really looks good.
one of my notes actually wrote notes for this point.
Yeah.
Like they actually match like their cartoon variants. I actually was looking them up one by one to seeing like they actually look like their cartoon variants at least a little bit. They have similarities. Obviously, you can't match cartoon exactly to real life sometimes because look at Avatar as well.
Yeah.
but they're pretty accurate.
Yeah, I like that they got Gerald Butler, who was the chief as the voice in the cartoon, is actually playing the chief in live action.
Such a good fitting for, what was his name?
I don't know what his name is, but I'm not good with names. But someone, he's the leader.
The chief.
The chief. He's dead. Hiccup's dead.
He always has these kind of roles, man, where he's like the badass man.
Well, he's a mentor technically in this one. He's a mentor and a chief, so it's like it's different.
What I've heard is because I was watching some YouTubes and stuff like that. In America, a few people have seen the film because they actually gave previews, even though it's coming out next month. A few critics have actually seen it.
We're gonna do a pop-up review.
We'll see probably. What I've heard is, and I've heard this from a number of people, is it starts off very slow, and people were saying they fucked up basically, but then sort of round the halfway point it just picks up and it becomes an amazing movie.
That was the same problem with Thunderbolts. No, Thunderbolts the opposite.
I haven't watched it yet.
It starts really fast and it slows down. You haven't watched Thunderbolts?
I haven't watched it yet.
All right.
So anyway, what are your thoughts on how? I know are you a fan of the cartoons and stuff like that?
I grew up with them.
Okay, so
I have.
Did you watch the spin-off version? But then
The spin-off show. I saw it. I hated it. I actually hated it because here's my argument. Instead of doing a remake of the How to Train Your Dragon, why didn't they continue off with their kids? Because then the Light Fury and Night Fury had spoilers. Night Fury and the Light Fury had kids. Then you had the basically hybrids between them.
I think because they wouldn't get the nostalgia and get the thing, and the thing is based on novels.
But the argument that I present is you're getting a new fan base.
The show,
the whole point of this movie is for the newer generation.
Yes.
So why not just grab what the continuity of the last series did? Grab the 3 children that Toothless and the Light Fury had and just start a complete brand new story from there instead of doing a complete remake.
I don't think it would work.
I don't think it would work. That's live action now. A remake would be a good...
Exactly. Keep it animated.
Keep it animated. But they wanted to do live action. I think they wanted to try this.
Live action's the new wave as well.
I know it's the
new wave, but it's getting overdone.
We'd have to see. As we said, DreamWorks has never done it. I think DreamWorks have a lot of animated movies. Yeah. If this one does well, I wouldn't be surprised if they do incredible.
I want Shrek.
No, Shrek.
Nothing. Live action.
Oh, that's Despicable Me. I wouldn't be surprised if they do a Despicable Me live action.
I've heard rumors as well. Like I don't know if it's true or not, but apparently Shrek is going to break the fourth wall by bringing Shrek into the real world during the new installment of the movie. I'm not 100% sure of this one. I know people would hate seeing a live action Shrek, but I think it would be really good.
Shrek.
And you know who
Shrek can't be live action. There's too many.
Jack Black would play Shrek.
No.
Jack Black.
You wouldn't get the typical Irish accent.
Guys. First of all, if they did a live action Shrek, it would be a fuck up because it would be just another live action Lion King, where basically the whole cast is CGI, so it's not actually live action.
Oh yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
You know, for live action to work as an anime, it needs to be like How I Met Your Dragon, like Lilo and Stitch, where the characters are mostly human and that, you know. Shrek, all the characters are near enough a fantasy thing.
Yeah.
So
people have already complained
just
the fact that Donkey has a bit of a beard.
Yeah. No, so but anyway, live action
Donkey would be Kevin Hart.
Oh fuck that! Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna do that. They won't. Shrek is too impossible. It would fuck up for sure. They might because Hollywood is crazy, but it would be a disaster.
Let me cook, bro.
The Despicable Me, I could see yes, because basically just the minions are the CGI, so that they probably could. But we'll have to see what DreamWorks do. What are your opinion? You said you had. That was the controversial thing. You said you wanted to continue.
I wish that they shouldn't have remade it and maybe just continue with the story. You know. I'm
happy.
Because when was it? The last movie came out 2019. So 6 years later, you're already thinking of doing a live action remake. It's kind of.
But when did the original one come out?
The original one
this is based on the original one.
In 2010.
So not that. So it's
significant amount.
Yeah, but it's enough. You know.
No, the worst thing is this is a film that's coming out next year. they're doing a live-action Moana. Now that's soon.
Oh yeah, that I saw Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
He's going to be playing himself, going to be playing Maui as well.
That I can see.
But that's obvious. It's obvious.
So they weren't going to get anyone.
Imagine they get someone else.
But that is too soon. For me, that is too soon. That is too soon. Because Moana's still...
No, why money?
Yeah, but that is too soon.
It's
That
not
is
money.
too
It's
soon.
corporate. It's corporate that's deciding this.
So
most probably.
15 years for How I Met Your Dragon is okay. But Moana is like 6 years. So that is too soon.
They're remastering Moana 1.
No, the remake. The
They're
Moana
making
one. Yeah,
Moana 1.
yeah.
Wasn't also like Moana 2?
Yes, last
Apparently,
year.
It wasn't meant to
That
be
was
in the
for TV.
cinemas.
It's supposed to.
It was so,
It's gonna be a TV show.
it was meant to be a TV show. I don't know which movie they had back then.
Okay.
It flopped. So
Release
they
it straight
grabbed
away.
Moana, stitched it all together,
I made that movie.
and then
And
sent
it made,
off to
and
be
it made
for-
$1 billion.
Is this for the one?
and
No,
no, for the two.
The two mom did really well.
Yeah,
It's in the
that's
top
why.
It's in the top 5.
Yeah. That's why. It's money. They knew more. It's the same thing that Stitch. They had a good character. It was going to be popular. They were going to waste it on TV show. Let's release it in the cinema, make a shitload of it, and they made $1 billion. The same thing that's happened, wasn't it? But so yeah, How to Train Your Dragon. I think it's going to be a massive hit. You
I'd say in between.
you think it's going to be?
I'd say in between.
you.
Massive hit.
Massive hit.
My
I think-
estimation.
I'm gonna go. Sorry,
We should go. We should
no
go
worries, no
box
worries.
office weekend when
No,
it
let's
first
do the-
releases.
You know, I hate going. The only reason why box office is like really cool to go. That's an experience. Man, there's so much noise. I can't hear the film, which is like annoying.
What the fuck are you talking about?
We're talking about the first weekend. They do.
Yeah, it's gonna be loud. You don't.
You don't hear them. We're talking about how much the money they're gonna make. In the
I thought you said like let's watch it in the box like the first day it comes out.
I love going the first day that comes.
Yeah, I love going the first day. And sometimes like Deadpool Wolverine, more first day, Kim Kinem store. There was so
That's
much
why we watched it.
noise.
but that's part
That's
of the
the-
part of
the
the experience.
Eva, I know, but sometimes remember when we watched Spider-Man, like the 3 Spider-Mans when they came out? Illa, man.
Anyway, so I think this one I'm gonna be the one who's gonna go high, but I think it's gonna make 800 million. I think it's gonna make 800.
high.
I think it's gonna make 800.
By 50.7.
Okay.
I'm gonna be the middle guy. I'm gonna be like you said 8, right?
Yeah, I think it's gonna
I
make.
think it's gonna make 650.
650.
650, maybe 7. 7 is my highest.
Yeah, cool.
CGI is really cool.
I think it's gonna do well.
Okay.
It has a big fan base, and I think it was done decently. It depends how long it is and the word of mouth. To be honest.
It might stall at Habba the story if it's very slow in the beginning and then gets
When's the
far.
release date of that movie coming out?
It's probably in June because I did them after each other.
Let me check. Hold on. Give me a
We should
second.
actually go watch that to be honest and like do a review on it. It's gonna be a good. I feel like it's gonna be a good movie.
Mela, next up, while Nate just checks that, is one which we're gonna skip over pretty quickly, but I just put it in because it is a cult classic, which is 28 Years Later, which is a zombie movie. Have you seen any of the first two? No.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't seen.
No
them,
one's
but
seen
this one. But this one's a prequel, no?
No, it's 28 years later. First one was 28 weeks. No, first one was 28
So
days.
sequel, right?
Oh,
Let me talk. First one was 28 days. Then there was 28 weeks, and this is 28 years. I like how they
oh
actually
my
kept
god!
it.
I'm actually fucking stupid, man.
Yes, so years comes after.
So okay,
Oh,
okay.
God.
It will be the prequel
Alright.
will be
Alright.
28 seconds or 28 minutes or something like that.
No, I have the 28 milliseconds, bro. The film is just like blink.
It's over.
It's over. Cinematic masterpiece.
What it is the original director of the first two, Danny Boyle, is back. He wrote the script and all that. It's a franchise which is more cult than a box office hit. I've seen the first one when it was released, but I'm not really a zombie person or horror things.
Oh, this is a zombie film.
Yes,
I
so
like
you should
horror.
like it.
I like
Like
horror,
a
but
vicious sickness kind of
Uh-huh.
thing.
Oh,
Something like
Allah.
that.
but there's too many zombie shit.
I need
man.
to watch.
You
this
should
film.
watch it because you like this.
I love zombie.
Are you
films.
watching The Last of Us?
No.
I
I don't
haven't
have
watched
time. To be honest, I don't have time. Like, I'm just a big Walking Dead fan. I'm a big zombie.
Is it worth watching this Last of Us?
First season, yes.
Second season, shit. Yeah.
It's
this like the game?
It's a
Because
50. It's a 50-50.
Because the game as well, they say the second game is
There's some scenes where you can tell like it's plot armor.
All right.
Ma bro, John Wick ilu pl-plotarmi għaddej, like 4 films.
John Boy.
There's Bella Ramsey. Have you seen Bella Ramsey plot armor?
No, I haven't seen it. No.
X'tagħmel xiex like.
No, don't spoil, because it's
Okay.
still pretty.
It's still fresh, very fresh.
No, but to be honest, I've never actually played the games Last of Us either, because they're sad, and I try to avoid anything.
Okay.
I'm actually surprised I went to watch Lilo and Stitch. I knew I was gonna cry because basically Stitch is cool. But anything I know that it's gonna be fucking emotional or shit like that, I try to not. That's just a meeting. Everyone has their own shit, you know. But anything that's sort of like I know is gonna be quite depression or slow or sad, I try to avoid.
But sometimes you do need to watch something to have a good cry. Like,
I don't-
I feel like I
don't-
know. Like I have a show that if I want to have a good cry, I watch this and I'm gonna cry.
But that's easy. Just open your bank account.
That I try.
But that's just an internal cry. That's just an everyday.
But anyway,
cry.
let's go because we're getting off track as usual. 28 days later, none of us is really quite hyped, but I think it's there are fans who are gonna watch it.
It will hit.
I need to become a fan, honestly. Isn't it a zombie
You should
film?
watch
I'll
it.
probably watch it. I'll actually go
first
and
two.
watch this.
A really cool thing I think they did in the trailer was add a poem by Rudyard Kipling,
Okay.
which really creeps you out in
Okay.
a way because it's
Okay.
like so slow and it brings you into the mood of the sort of like
Okay.
war, scary, horror,
I
and
did
it's
see
sort
that creeps me the fuck out.
and
I'm
it
not
sort
gonna
of
lie.
like really freaks you out in a way.
All right, cool. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a hit, but again, when we talk about hits, it's different levels of hits.
Yeah.
So for this film, I think
800 million.
No. So for this to be a hit, I think if it makes 200 million,
It's
it
a
will
hit.
be a massive hit for him.
The
But if,
budget's not that. I don't think the budget's that big.
but if we talk to Lilo and Stitch and it made 200 million, that would be a massive flop. So it depends on the film. I think it would be a hit, but again, I think it's gonna make around 200 million. But I don't think it's gonna go crazy. But 200 million for it is a
budget.
big.
Check the budget for this.
No, you
Four?
can't tell the budget. They don't show budget. Not
No,
always.
you
Oh.
can't, they don't always
They
show.
used to do.
Oh, but
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
alright.
But I think it's gonna be a decent.
Actually, I
hit.
wanted to see if it's gonna make over the actual budget of the film. That's why. Like you said, like this film for it to be a hit, it's just gonna be over, you know, that amount. But not like it's not gonna make 800 for sure.
No. So I think around 200 million, and I think it will be a sleeper hit.
So you think it's a hit?
Yeah, I think it'll be a hit, but
It will be a hit.
yeah, I think it's gonna be, and I think it's probably gonna be highly rated. Let's put it that way. I think
Okay.
it's one of these ones that's probably gonna be like on Rotten Tomatoes, 98%, and you know
Alright.
things like that. But it's not gonna like break box office records, but it'll do a decent amount.
Okay.
Next up.
Oh, you didn't say me.
Oh yes, what did you say?
Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I
you
thought you
said the hit, you know.
You said
But
hit.
like, what you?
I said hit.
Yeah, you guys said hit.
Oh,
I heard you guys.
okay. Forget the next.
Next film is one which could potentially do very well at the box office
John
because what
Bond.
we've heard, fuck John Bond.
John Bond.
What we've heard, even when we did the recap of last year, animated films tend to do much better at the box office thing, and this is Elio, which is the Pixar.
Oh yeah, this I haven't. I'm gonna be honest,
gotta-
guys. I
you
haven't
go.
watched this.
You got
I've
no
kind
idea
of,
about
I've
this.
kind of grew out of the whole like Disney thing, unless it's something that I know about.
But I think it's pronounced Elio.
Elio. Okay, Elio. Thank you.
Elio,
Fuck you,
okay.
John.
Lilo,
Shut up.
Lilo, Elio.
Elio, Lilo, Lilo, whatever. So, again, this is a standard Pixar thing. Obviously, Pixar films always have that sort of like more emotional elements. They look like fun, but they always tend to do this. I think all Pixar films usually do well. I think there's only been like 2 that have done.
Was one of them the dinosaur one? Yeah.
I think the dinosaur
something
one, and there was one that was just released on Disney Plus, but that you can't tell because it was just on Disney Plus. Turning Red or something wasn't really
Oh, yeah,
well
yeah.
received. That well.
No, Pixar films usually hit because they really know how to hit. Like
Yeah.
the animation quality, the sound, the voice actors in these films are really good. After this podcast, I'm gonna actually go listen to the voice actors to see who they are. Because
No, I think they're unknowns. I've seen that they're
unknowns.
yes.
Because they're really good, man. Their voices, and also they know how to hit. Pixar, their emotional strings, man.
Yeah.
Pixar hit your emotional strings.
Wasn't there Luca as well?
Oh yes,
recently?
Luca.
Oh,
did well.
Luca.
Yeah.
Did that do well?
That came out during COVID time, so you can't really judge
Say.
that. But it was good. Yeah. So Pixar know what they do when they do
Yeah.
that. They have the standard thing. They have the standard, hit and scripts and things like that, and they hit more than they miss. I've seen the trailer. It looks okay. It looks like a fun adventure. Personally, it didn't hype me up to watch it. But again, I'm not the target audience for it.
We should go watch it though.
I'm not sure.
That's kind of weird, no?
No. I don't mind.
Pixar.
I don't mind go watching cartoons.
Listen, it's
But
like watching
No.
it right now.
As in, I don't mind either. It depends on which ones.
This one, I looked at it. It reminded me. It gave me Toy Story vibes.
okay.
Yeah, it gave me a Toy Story vibe.
But
I don't know.
isn't it about aliens?
I know. It gave me or
One like if you had to
Power
talk.
Chicken.
Okay, if you had to talk about animated movies, which one I would watch this year? Which is one which isn't coming out in the summer, which is coming out November, December, and that would be Zootopia 2. Because that one I am looking forward. I've marked it in my calendar because Zootopia is my favorite Disney.
But there's the bad guys too, as well, no?
That I've listed it, but that I have no connection. I didn't even see the one.
Actually,
I didn't.
watch Zootopia 1 either.
No, but Zootopia 2 is my favorite Disney movie. One of my favorite Disney movies, and I really love Zootopia, so I am super hyped for Zootopia.
Zootopia is the one with the fox and the rabbit.
Yeah, I just love them. They're just so fucking cool.
It's the one. It's the one where
It's the one where
overly memed.
everyone
Yeah,
overly memed it and
Yeah.
has very sketchy fan base.
That's why I didn't. That's why I didn't watch Zootopia 1, bro. Like,
No, but it's cool. It's a very good.
Sick.
What I liked about Zootopia, I'm going to be honest, is because it's like a mystery adventure with no songs and stuff like that. It's just a proper animated movie. So yeah, Zootopia. It's not summer, but that's the film. So Elio, I think it's gonna. I said Elio. I said it good now. One time when you actually correct me, then I say it properly. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a hit. I'm gonna say it's gonna make around 700 euro. 700 euros. 700 euro. That's it. It's fucked. No, I think it's gonna make 700 million. I don't think it's gonna be $1 billion, even if it is an animated movie and Pixar. But I don't think it's got that pull of some of the Pixar movies.
How much did you say? 700?
I said 700.
I'd say around that ball. I'm gonna match. I'm gonna match with
What do you reckon?
Ash.
You know, I think it's gonna be a hit as well. Probably for sure, it's gonna be a hit. That's just a Pixar movie. I don't think it's gonna make 700. I think it's gonna make more like 650.
650. Okay. So next one is something that Nate's gonna want to talk about. So I'm basically gonna give the line over to him, which is
I wonder what.
F1 the movie.
Oh, F1.
I'm so looking forward to that movie. It's coming out very soon.
Just for the record, I know nothing about Formula 1. I don't even watch Formula 1. No.
So this is like
fucking
Nate's
no
the
connection
part.
to
This is the movie that's been hyped for like a few years now. Because of course we had a movie about Ayrton Senna. We had a movie about Niki Lauda, which were old F1 drivers, but this is our first modern F1.
And it's F1 the movie, so it's like properly produced by them. Like,
So this is of course directed by Joseph Kosinski, but it also has
Brad Pitt, right?
Brad Pitt is the main actor, of course, but also producer was the 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton. So Hamilton, besides driving the car every weekend, he was also directing the movie.
Not directing, producing.
As in producing
Producing
the movie,
is different than
which
directing.
was interesting because I remember when they were shooting this, you had days where you had the races, and then you see this team, an extra team, like what the fuck, man? Like, isn't it 20 things? And so they were actually filming during actual races.
Apparently, lots of the races are in it, and that they're all in it.
Yes. They were actually filming during Grand Prix weekends.
So this film actually has a bit of realism in it because there's actual races.
So the one cool thing about it is they brought the same cinematic director that took care of Top Gun Maverick.
Okay.
So you have a lot of point of POVs that are very high energetic. There was this last Wednesday. There was already the private screening. Where the F1 drivers saw it. A lot of them didn't watch it, including Max Verstappen. He stayed home playing Assetto Corsa on his sim with his family. Wow. So, but
had
but
better things to do.
exactly. I mean, he had his priorities.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are like mixed about it. Like the reviews are slowly coming out.
Are
But
you
it's an interesting movie. I kind of wish that they could have chosen someone better than Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt, it's a big name, and he's not playing a race
big,
driver. And he's
but
playing.
I feel they could have brought someone more
Who do you want?
younger. Chris Pratt could have been a better candidate.
No, but what I've heard is Brad Pitt is playing a mentor. He's not the race
he's
driver.
the actual driver. He's
What I've heard, even it says like he retired because he crashed, and then he's going to mentor a new driver. That's what I've heard. So that's why it's him.
They might use him as the poster figure boy because it's his face will get more sales.
Of
So
course.
obviously his
So
name will get money.
So I think that's why he. But anyway, we have to see. As I said, I don't really have that much attachment to it.
Me and Ashley are zero fan.
Funnily enough, fun fact. There was a point where during filming, Red Bull didn't want to be part of it
Okay.
because they didn't want to be. It was during the season where basically
They were doing shit.
no, they were actually dominating the sport.
Okay.
So they didn't want to look as the bad guy.
Okay.
So kind of there was the first trailer. They kind of showed it as if like it's gonna be head to head with Red Bull,
But it wasn't.
but it's probably isn't. Of course, yeah, I'm gonna have to see it
See it.
first. But this is an interesting movie. I'm gonna like this.
One thing
So you're excited for it?
Of course. I mean, listen, can't you tell?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I just feel it. Is it gonna be a hit or no?
I think it's going to be a massive hit.
It's
I think it's going to be a massive hit. Formula One is popular
putting
for some reason.
So Formula One got popular.
Wow.
Formula One got popular because, of course, the push of Netflix. There's a series called Drive to Survive, so it got a lot of fans from the American domestic market on board with the sport.
I need to actually watch because Formula One is basically a sport. I know how it works. It's you have to run around.
Run around. You don't run. You drive.
You drive.
You drive.
John Bond
in a
runs around.
Oh my! John Bond does not run,
He
bro.
calmed down for a second.
John Bond doesn't run. He grabs the linja bus, bro.
Okay. So yeah, I
I have to get my chain of thought back now.
Don't worry.
What were we saying? Oh yeah. So the elements of F1 is you have a car and it just runs on the track the fastest, right?
It is, but there's also a lot of logistics and strategies.
it might just
behind
go
it.
round and round and round
Exactly.
for fucking 2 hours.
But the same logic. You have football players that go up and down a field.
Of course. No.
All sport is that. It's just for me, it's fucking boring.
I remember I had slightly off topic. I had
People will hate me.
someone that was basically a massive Manchester United fan. I'm not calling him out because of course this week they lost.
They lost.
Where he said, "Oh, F1 drivers are not athletes, but you see the exercises they do, like they lift a full rack at the gym just with their necks." So,
I mean, they have to be kind of.
Anyway,
moving on.
So I think it's going to be a hit. I'm going to say it's going to make 500 million.
I know how F1 is popular, so I think it's going to make 700 million actually.
Yeah.
I'd say it's going to be a hit if it's for F1 fans. But if you're not, I think this move in certain regions of the world might actually flop. I'd say between 6 to 7 million, they're gonna make it easily.
All right, cool. Okay, moving on because time is pressing. So we're going to talk about Jurassic Park Rebirth. Again, we don't go too much in detail because we fucked up with time. Once we start talking, we go overboard. So Jurassic Park Rebirth, we've seen the trailer. We've done a trailer reaction on the channel.
Yes.
It's obviously a continuation. It's going to sort of like trying to...
It's not a continuation as far as I know. It's a
No, it is a continuation a bit. It's just it's a continuation and not. So the other things that have happened are referenced.
It's an homage.
Exactly.
It's an homage because they mentioned
it's an homage.
It's the events that have happened in all other films are mentioned, but it's a story that you can go watch by yourself if you want to restart.
I'm very excited for this movie.
Yes.
In my notes, that's what I wrote. My notes, I wrote, this might be the actual first film of Jurassic Park, or Jurassic World. I might just go watch.
You never...
I've never watched.
He had said it during the reaction.
I've never watched an actual. Maybe when I was younger, I browsed by it, but I never really.
I hope they go back to their kind of semi-horror.
It looks scary. It looks scary.
scary. It looks like there's gonna be. It looks like a lot of hardcore dinosaur fans are gonna hate it because there's a lot of mutated dinosaurs.
Two confirmed mutants so far. One that looks like a short-necked dragon.
Yeah.
And of course, the official name is called the D-Rex.
D-Rex.
I like that.
Għandu dog beard, the D-Rex.
Funnily enough, speaking of, this is what I wanted to tell you. So in the trailer, of course, there's that new T-Rex.
Yeah.
So there's a theory going around because in the new trailer you could see on its leg it had a scar. So they're linking it, if you remember Jurassic The Lost World, to the Buck's baby.
All right.
So the theory is that the baby in that movie is the new T-Rex in this movie.
All right. Okay.
So it could be.
Like
It could be.
It's a theory, bro.
Yeah.
It's a theory. A game
theory.
It's a movie.
I think no, but I like Scarlett Johansson. The trailers have looked very good. Again, I think they're trying to move more into the horror, which was the first couple of movies. Last two movies, not that much. I think
Child friendly. They
the
were.
last movie there was Malta, bro, and it's obvious.
the Malta's in this as well.
Malta's
Malta's in this as well.
Because
Yeah.
of Jurassic.
Yeah.
okay.
They filmed two. They filmed the last one, and they filmed this
When did
element.
they
Of,
film this? I didn't
they
see.
did. They did
Like
last
Utah
summer.
or
Last summer.
something.
Last summer they filmed. That's why.
So it was
okay.
filmed in bits of it were filmed in Malta. I think it's going to be a good film. Jurassic Park is always a big box office hit, except the last one. In fact, that's why they scrapped that Chris Pratt and stuff like that. They basically just had enough. If you check all the box office records, which we don't have time to check quickly, it was only the last one that didn't really do that well.
Okay.
That's probably why they've come up with this new story to get more fans in again.
The fact that they're trapped on an island and it's like it looks genuinely scary. Like
It looks like
feel
in Jurassic Park. The last
Yeah.
few films have been like on normal on continents and
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
They're
exactly.
back on an island,
that's us.
and that's the whole
Gist
spirit
of
of
it.
Jurassic
Yeah, yeah,
Park was
exactly.
always
Yeah.
on an island. So
I know that much at
Yes.
least. Like
So I'm looking forward to this. I think it's going to be a hit. I think it will make around 800 million.
I think it's gonna be a hit because it's when you say Jurassic Park, it's always gonna be a hit. So it's gonna make 650.
Now,
Yeah.
I'm going to contradict you both.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Because of course, Dominion, since it was the last one,
Yeah.
that made $1 billion.
Uh-huh.
So considering the fact it's a new cast and it's going back to its roots, it's going to attract a lot more fans. So I'd say it's going to surpass the $1 billion.
You think it's going to be $1 billion movie?
Wow.
Okay, cool.
Because
Okay, cool.
even Dominion, since it was the worst one out of the three, the
It still
previous
made $1
three,
billion.
it's made $1 billion anyways. So
You know why I'm not? That's because of the name.
Because of-
the name.
yeah, but
bro.
Scarlett Johansson.
And Scarlett Johansson. Fine, I'm gonna retract it. It's gonna make 800 million.
That's what I said. So I think it's going to make around 800.
800 million.
Mela, moving on. So yeah, I think Jurassic Park will be a good hit. Next one is probably one of the biggest films of the summer. There's two films that are going to be massive for this summer. This is one of them, which is Superman. Superman looks fucking amazing.
You both are excited for this movie.
Half now.
James-
There's crypto. There's crypto.
There's crypto in it, and each trailer makes it look better.
And better.
And it looks like they've gone back to Superman in the comics and
Yes.
not Superman Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Fuck Zack Snyder fans, I don't care.
I mean, there's
His
James
Superman
Gunn,
was
bro.
his Superman was very dark and very grainy. And Superman was never like that. Superman was always a character that filled people with hope.
Exactly.
And he was a Boy Scout, and this shows it. Like he is someone that's giving hope in the trailer, the music, the elements, everything
The
looks
emotion,
fantastic.
the
The
emotion
emotion
is there.
And we know James Gunn. He has done some of the best ranked, best rated, best loved films of
Masterpieces.
Marvel. He knows what he's doing. He loves this character. This is going to be a massive hit, and it's also going to be a really good film. Because sometimes they can be hits, but they'll be shit films.
Exactly.
But this is going to relaunch for the final time. Hopefully, they won't have to do it. I think this is going to be the film that relaunches the DCU as properly.
So
and I
so
think
this
it's gonna be
one, because As some of you might, a lot of people might know, I'm more of a Marvel fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
So this one is officially rebooting the entire DC.
yes,
oh
yes.
my
Actually,
god!
now James Gunn took,
That's what I mean,
took
but-
over
yeah.
now.
But now they're doing it properly. They aren't rushing stuff like 10 films or
So does that mean the new Batman is gonna be part of this
no,
universe?
that's
No,
standalone.
that's standalone now. That's standalone. Everything you've watched so
the guy
far,
with the guy on Twilight, no?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's not part of
part
it.
of it. No.
No. That's a different universe.
So who's gonna be the Batman
don't
of this
know.
you
universe?
don't know yet.
They don't
Not
know.
cast.
That's why they're taking it time. They haven't like just straight away. Let's cut.
Yeah,
Boom, boom,
yeah.
boom, 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 boom. You know.
The fact
So-
that we're getting this was like
So they're gonna recast as well the Batman as well.
Yes,
everyone,
everything.
man. Everyone's gonna get
Have you noticed how many times they've recast Batman and
Yes.
Superman?
Yeah.
Yes.
We had 3 different Supermans, I think. In
There's been
in the,
more
No,
TV
this
shows.
one is, a new actor.
Yeah.
they have.
What's your thoughts on the suit? The suit I like the suit.
Yeah, they have
People have hated
It's
the show
classic.
because of the nappy.
Yeah.
it's very classic.
But
it's, a,
that's-
it's a very
But that's the
classic,
classic
suit.
suit.
The one thing I kind of don't like is the S. It's not as pronounced as I wish.
But this is
it
a modernized. But you need to understand.
modernized.
It's a modernized suit. Like they use the elements of the old with a modern look, which I like. I like the.
No.
modern
I don't hate
thing.
it. I don't hate it. I prefer it more than the dark blue.
It's not.
I think it's gonna be really good. The trailers, I love the music in this. I like that they actually used the whole old team and
Oh,
in
yeah.
the trailer. It's a film that's gonna fill you with hope and that, and I think it's what they needed. DC they needed to bring it back because Zack Snyder basically fucked them and it screwed everything up.
No,
Zack
Zack Snyder is a master of slow mo.
No, he messed it up, and I think I trust James Gunn. In fact, his Suicide Squad is amazing.
Better, the best. It's the best Suicide Squad film
Yeah.
that there is.
And yeah, I think it's going to be good. I'm
James
looking
Gunn
forward
did
to-
Guardians of the
Remember
Galaxy.
yeah,
as
well,
well.
Yeah, James Gunn is a well-renowned director. I love him. I can't wait to see the Superman film. I'm so excited for
Yes,
it.
this is the first time I'm actually hyped for a
DC
DC film.
film.
You know, usually I'm just
Yeah.
Marvel. And that.
Okay.
I don't mind. I've seen them all in the cinema. I've actually seen even the shitty Flash. I saw
saw
it.
the Flash in
I saw it.
cinema?
So I've seen them all.
Hello.
But
how was that?
it was shit. So yeah, I do enjoy DC and that. So I have watched them, but this is
don't
the
feel
first time I'm
bad.
really hyped for a DC film.
You don't feel bad or disgusted giving
No.
DC money?
No. So anyway, that's Superman. I think it's gonna be a hit. You?
It's gonna be it. It's Superman. You can't even.
You think?
It's going to be a hit?
I
man.
think it's
James
gonna
Gunn is going to be making a hit.
I
think-
don't think it will make 100 million. 100
billion?
million.
A billion? No,
I
no,
think
no.
it will make.
950.
It's gonna relaunch the thing, so I think it will make 900. I think it will be. I don't think
950.
it will hit the billion thing, but I think it will be.
You
very
know,
high.
I'm gonna be a bit optimistic for this film because James
You
Gunn's
think it's
my
the
boy.
billion thing?
Billion.
A billion.
I'm gonna hit a billion, boys.
Okay, so that's let's get to the other big one, which is obviously the Marvel one, which is Fantastic Four: First Steps. Again, we did a trailer reaction to this.
Yeah.
Well, you
it's-
guys did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is gonna be the first time they actually get the Fantastic Four right. There's been 3 attempts previous to this. There was one that was just released, was never released. The whole film, you can find it online. Roger Corman, it was shit. Then they had the early 2000s one, which were quite good for the time of day.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder why the Fantastic Four never
Picked up. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait,
Then
it
they
was
did the last-
popular.
yeah.
The first one was popular. Though.
Yeah.
I feel like it
Second
has a lot of
one.
fans.
Yeah. And then there was the Fantastic Four, which was really shit, and it flopped massively at the box office. The last time they tried to reboot it. This is the first time it came under the MCU. As we know, the same thing that happened with Spider-Man when the first time they came over to the MCU. So it's interacting with a lot of things. We already know from the leaks and stuff like that it's going to be leading into Doomsday or to Doomsday.
I'm so pumped for that fucking
yeah.
movie.
So they're gonna,
So-
so they're gonna actually have the Fantastic Four fighting in the MCU, like
Yes.
I've been always wanting.
Yes. The trailers look good. The thing looks very good. His the way they designed him, he actually looks like the comics, as if you took the page out of a comic and just put him there. The voice
And Pedro
work looks
Pascal.
good. And
Yeah.
Pedro,
The thing is really
that's
good as
the weakest link for me. For me,
Really? You
for
think
me,
it's the weakest link?
Pedro Pascal is the weakest link.
I
for me.
think the contrary. Yeah, I feel now that they have Pedro Pascal on board,
well. Yeah.
they're gonna. You have to think of it this way, kind of. Pedro Pascal is the new Robert Downey Jr.
He has range, Pedro Pascal
Yeah.
has a lot of range, He's
Ca-
not
case
just
He just
a boy.
doesn't look like the character.
Case in point, slightly off topic, The Last of Us season 1, majority of the people watched it because Pedro Pascal was in it. Now that Pedro Pascal is not in it,
They
and he got
stopped,
killed off in the
Spoiler,
second-
bro.
Spoiled it, bro. Oh,
It's in the game. Like,
bro, I was gonna watch it next tomorrow,
Shut
bro.
up.
Like literally.
I completely forgot because
It's
it's such
okay,
a.
That's why
Yeah, I know.
The views have dropped, so I think Pedro Pascal is going to be a
the
very
big
good
name,
push
yeah.
for this movie as well.
He just doesn't look like the character that I've seen in the comics and
but,
that like
no, but like
doesn't.
he does have a.
No.
I feel like he has a small look like not exactly.
No.
I feel like he'll do a good job.
But everything else looks very good. I like the music. I like
The thing,
Fantastic
guys.
Four, the theme song that they've done, the setting which looks like a different world. I like that it's gonna be not in our world, so they don't have to like why didn't the Fantastic Four show up during Endgame and shit like that, because they're in their own different universe. How they're gonna bring over to our universe, I'm interested how they're gonna do that.
Yeah.
I think it might be dark. It doesn't look like it's gonna be dark, but I think they
think
might
it's gonna be
actually
dark,
lose.
yeah.
Did they even hint who's the villain in this
Galactus.
one? Galactus is the
You saw a,
He's
giant,
there.
a giant man.
Mela.
Galactus.
That's what I think. It's gonna be very dark. My theory is they're gonna lose.
Yeah.
That their world is gonna die, and that's why they jump to our world. I think that's how it's gonna be.
You know,
So-
I think
so
it's gonna
the
be a
whole,
positive one. Doesn't matter.
What was it? Multiverse thing is still a thing.
Yes, no,
Yes,
it is,
of course.
it is because of Deadpool and all that as well.
Yeah.
I think
Deadpool relaunched the.
Yeah.
I hope
MCU.
Deadpool is in the fucking Doomsday,
I don't.
man.
Oh, no,
his
about
name
that.
wasn't up anyway, so we'll see.
Yeah.
I just want the
But they haven't released all
Yeah.
the names. They're keeping some
I
as a
just want a cameo.
surprise.
I don't want him to be part of it, a big
Yeah.
thing, but I just want him to like just show up and then.
I mean,
just-
isn't that the whole thing that they bought that Disney bought Deadpool?
Yes. But you know what Deadpool might be in, which would be so stupid and so funny and so Deadpool-esque?
Spider.
He'll just won't be in Spider. He'll be in Endgame, but not in the actual film, in the end credit scene. He'll just say,
I
"Guys,
showed up. I'm here."
I'm late. No, I'm late to the party, guys. Sorry. Like the fight would be over and he's just there.
It would
like
be a cool idea because there was a TV series at some point if they grab Wolverine, Spider-Man, and Deadpool.
and
Yeah.
Hulk was a really like
No,
Hulk,
but Spider-Man
Yeah,
and
no, I know,
Deadpool
I know,
had
I know,
already
I know.
history
Yeah.
in comics and everything, so that was
So anyway,
cool.
getting off track and we don't have time.
Yes.
Mela, Fantastic Four, I think it's going to be a good one. I think
a hit.
it's definitely going to be a hit.
Hit.
I think hit 1 billion. I think
1
it's going to be
billion.
an easy 1 billion, this one.
You know, this one will be an even higher.
Even though
1.5.
Thunderbolts is struggling to make 400 million.
But Thunderbolts
But
was
Thunderbolts,
unknown,
isn't it a good Marvel movie in a while?
It's a really good movie, but it's struggling. So people seem to.
People don't know the Thunder. That's the problem with Thunderbolts. People
That's the
don't
thing.
know
I'm-
them, man.
I'm scared.
Fantastic Four is they're known. So I'm gonna say 1.2 actually, not 1.5. Sorry, 1.2.
I think it will make just around make 1 billion. I think. I'm not sure.
What?
Okay, Thunderbolts was
332.9.
My Thunderbolts, guys, it's not a very like when we went to do the Vox Pop, no one knew who that character was, man. Like it's a very unknown team, man.
Okay, we have skipped a few things. I'm just gonna mention the films that are gonna come out. So also there's Megan 2.0, which is the sequel to the Megan movie, which is the fucking doll, creepy.
The Chucky.
Yeah, the legendary sequel to I Know What You Did Last Summer, which obviously I liked when it came out because it had Sarah Michelle Gellar in it. which we
Captain
don't.
Hook, right? Captain
No,
Hook.
fuck that, Captain. Again, this is like when they redid Scream. You have some of the original characters back in it. They're probably gonna die because usually they do that. They bring them back and then they kill them. Smurfs 4 is coming out. The fourth time it's gonna be in the cinema.
Smurfs, the animation looks elite, man. I loved it.
Again, this time it's voice Smurfette is.
By
They always
Rihanna?
change. They always change Rihanna. Last time it was Katy Perry. Then it was someone else. Now it's
Katy Perry.
She did the first. Yeah, she did the.
Who's this one?
This one's Rihanna.
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 It's gonna be
Oh,
Smurf,
that's why I saw the thumbnail. Oh, Rihanna.
Yeah.
Alright.
So there's a Smurfs movie. I think Smurf movie makes 400 million, 500 million. Somewhere it's a cartoon.
It's a Smurf movie.
It's a movie. It makes 600 million. I think it's
600
600
million. Huh?
That, The Bad Guys 2, which again I have no recollection of it, but people seem to love this, and that's why there's a sequel. Freaky Friday, which is another legendary sequel, which was a big film in the 90s, I think. What I do like is Lindsay Lohan gets another chance to come back. Her return. She's had a lot of bad publicity, but they actually trusted her to be in this film. Freaky Friday, again, more body stabs, but what I've seen from the trailer, 4 different people change their bodies instead of 2 this time, so they have grandmothers, things like that. So it's a whole thing. And
That's weird.
yeah, I think those are the ones that those what's other big films coming out this year. So the last one I want to talk about in a bit more detail is
The Naked Gun.
The Naked Gun is again another legendary sequel. They had to obviously remake. It's not a remake because it is a continuation, because from the trailer we can see that it is a continuation. Obviously they had to get a whole new cast because everyone who was in the original died. It's true. No,
That's morbid,
no, but
bro.
unfortunately, all the main characters died. What I've seen from the small trailer that there is so far, it looks like they kept a lot of the style. I love the joke, especially when they mention O.J. Simpson. So they're not like, oh, let's not mention him because he was controversial, a killer and stuff. They put it basically there, so they know what they're gonna take the piss out of everything.
The Naked Gun's going to be a legendary.
Liam Neeson is a good choice.
I think he can do comedy very well. And
The transformation from the little girl was wild.
And-
Wild.
yeah.
And the fact that it's produced by Seth
That's what I was gonna say.
MacFarlane, it's gonna be great.
It
Seth
depends.
MacFarlane's an amazing
Yeah,
guy.
it depends if they allow him to go over the top, which I think they will allow him.
They will, of course.
You know,
I think they will.
basically in Ted he pushed the limits a lot in Ted, so I think they will let him. And it's a comedy. There aren't many comedies released in the cinema nowadays. It's mostly action films and thrillers and things like that. It's a good old spoof comedy. I think it should do well. I think again, this is one of these films where if it will do well, it's not going to be $1 billion, but I think 200-300 million will be enough for it to be considered
A success.
A success.
It's going to be a hit in its own remarks.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to be a hit like billions, but it would hit 400.
I think people would watch it for the lols,
Exactly.
basically.
Exactly.
I can see a lot of memes coming out of this
For
movie.
sure,
Yeah.
for sure. It's going to be a good movie. I really, truly believe it's going to be a hit.
Yeah, I think it's going to make
memorable,
roughly
yeah.
350. Yeah, let's go with that. That's what I think.
450.
I'm going
You
to
said
be
450?
I'm going to be optimistic as well, but not 450. I think 4.
Okay.
4.
Yeah, I think it should be, and I'm definitely gonna go watch it because I love the. Also Pamela Anderson's in the film as well.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
She
We
was in
should
the
take
trailer.
note of all of this, so then we can
Yeah,
recap.
don't worry.
We're going to recap
Who
like,
actually was close.
the closest, at
Yeah,
least.
what I'll do is I'll do a post when the film actually comes out. We'll do like one of these things. This was what we predicted. This is what it made.
Exactly.
Who got closer?
We should do these more often. We
Yeah.
should do these more often.
We'll do one later on for what's coming out at the end of the year,
Yes.
or for next year and stuff like that. Predictions.
course.
Yeah, I think Naked Gun should do well. Anyway, that's it.
That's it, guys,
Let
today.
us know in the comments which.
Film you're hyped
Oh,
for.
before we do, we have to do this very, very quickly. Get me out the Patreon people. Patreon people. No, their suggestions, because I said I was reach it out and I always forget.
Oh, wait, so this is not the page. That's our channel.
Yeah. So basically, we asked our patrons to what they suggested they would like. So Omar basically said Omar was looking forward. No, Spider Cow. Okay. The only movie I'm really looking forward is The Naked Gun, which we just mentioned. So Omar is looking forward to that.
Best pick, brother.
Best
Best
pick.
pick.
Mikael went into a whole paragraph which I'm not going to read out because
El
it's too long.
Gigante,
But we love you, El
we love you,
Gigante.
bro. We love
But
you.
basically, he's super excited for Superman. James Gunn's, as we said, we went into the detail.
agree.
James Gunn's
I
relaunch
agree.
of the MCU, and he actually said that he thinks it's going to be a Marvel killer this year.
Marvel Killer is a very tough sell, but I think since James Gunn's behind it, no, I understand why he said that.
And-
Good pick, bro. Good
Yeah,
pick.
and we had Sean Carl who basically said about the Fantastic Four. So he's excited for the Fantastic Four,
Yeah.
which he wishes the Silver Surfer would be a male, but that's one of the controversies
that's
that
fine,
it's
that's
going to be a
fine.
female. But yeah,
Wait, who's playing it?
the
don't know.
girl who was in
Sydney Sweeney.
No,
I mean,
the girl who was in the Ozark.
She's gonna be in silver. Like I hope you know she's gonna be in silver. It doesn't really
People,
matter.
dude, people are gonna fantasize about this anyways.
Yeah. So anyway, so those were the three patrons whose their suggestions. Good picks. Fantastic Four, Superman, and Naked Gun. I think all three will do
I
well.
was gonna say, man, our fans, our Patreon fans.
Yeah.
Good choice. Good
choice, yeah.
picks.
So
bro.
that's it. Before we go, we'll just mention the sponsors. We would like to thank you. Thank Planet Consoles, which is a geek shop where you can get all your geek merch, especially for the summer blockbusters coming out. Solo Caffe in Nashar to get some coffee for energies and things like that. I didn't have a coffee today because now it's starting to get a bit hot, and we're filming not in the morning. When we were filming in the morning, I usually have coffee, but right now I'm cool.
That's why this sponsor came in handy.
handy.
Miniature Corner Studio to keep our drinks cold from Hot Tart.
Okay.
Any 3D printing.
Yeah,
Good
and
luck.
of course Patrick Prince for merch. You know, if you're gonna do like a bachelor party and stuff like that, you can do custom things that he'll print them for you on phone cases. And for phone cases as well, we have dKaseFactory, which does phone cases, and that he can do customs as well. And it's really looking good stuff like that. Again, thank you to the patrons who we mentioned.
Course. Thank you very much. €2 per month.
I hope you guys have enjoyed this, our take on some of these summer movies coming out. Let us know in the comments which ones you're excited for. What do you think we hit on the blockbusters, or did we go overboard on some movies? Let us know.
I think we hit. We hit.
As always, remember to follow and subscribe to the channel. It helps us a lot, and do thumbs up on this video because it helps push it out to more people. And that's it. And as we said, this is the last episode of the first season. 30 episodes. You've been with us since the start. Thank you so much for that. And as we said, we're going to take a very small break, and we'll be back with hopefully a nicer studio.
It's the same studio, guys.
Same studio,
We're just
but
gonna be backdrops. We're
Backdrop.
gonna have some new stuff, basically.
Yeah, and we've got some new content coming out. We're actually just working on it, and it should be very interesting.
Yeah.
From my end, that's it. Thank you so much. I am honored that you actually like this show that we're doing, and you keep us going. Even when I decide to quit, you bring me back to keep it going.
I bring him back.
He brings me back. No, but they do it.
We bring him back as well.
We bring him back, bro.
Anyway, from my end, ciao, ciao.
Thank you, guys. I really, truly appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God, Nate. Stop, speak.
I thought you were ready. Go.
I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for giving us geeks a platform.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'd like to thank everyone as well. Of course, I haven't been here for all 30 seasons, but it has been a blast
30
already.
seasons, 30 episodes.
No, I haven't. 30 seasons. I said 30 seasons.
Yeah,
30
I was gonna
episodes.
say that,
Sorry,
man.
dyslexia. No, it's been a really cool journey so far. But yeah,
Let's go.
So let's
go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Season 2, guys.
Bye.